My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. As you can see, table is empty. No more orders. All orders are taken care of for my customers. Now, we're going to get back to what I want to get back to. The liquid projection screen. So as I said before, we have this fellow by the name of CROWS1176 who constantly feels that he can make our products. He can do the same thing we can do. So we gave him a bit of a challenge from the Project 77 collection. So we gave him a 4-day challenge to make the liquid screen. There's a liquid screen right there, as you can see. Look how amazing this stuff looks. This stuff is pretty cool. We've already got contracts. In between that challenge, we had contracts already set up from companies interested in the liquid. He can make our products, and everything is so easy to make on what we do. We gave him a 4-day challenge. Actually, he got 6 days out of it because between the orders being overloaded with all the orders and everything. See, my table's clean. I told you my table's gonna be clean. My customers are taken care of. But as in dealing with all the orders that came through, he actually had 6 days to make it. For those of you looking at this saying, oh, that's being projected off the table. You can't even see through the screen. All you can see is my reflection. So no, it's not reflecting off the screen there. This is actually being reflected off the chemical. Chemical can actually hold an image. Not only that, it has a very interesting feature attached to it too, which we didn't show that because I was waiting for him to come in and say, oh, this is how it's done, and so and so, and then later on, we're going to share that key feature, which would have pretty much been extremely embarrassing. But I think he knows what to try to make and what not to try to make. He tries to make things that come close, like a black screen. He tries to make those. He tries to make the gray screen, anything that basically fits in his category of how far he can go with his abilities. Now, if you saw the upload video we just did outside on 135 with his surface laying against it, that's the reason why you don't use gray screens and white screens outside. Can't pick up contrast, can't pick up color. If they look that bad inside, what do you think they're gonna look like outside? You see what Marvel versus Capcom looks like on that black screen so the image pops? When I was on camera looking at the screen outside, it was like, this image is not even popping. Where's the color? Where's the contrast? None of that's popping. Look at my video and you'll see a color, contrast, white levels, all that coming to the screen. It's supposed to look like a TV. If I stuck it in my driveway, cars driving by would think I had a TV sitting in my driveway. The entire time it was a projection screen. But getting back to this, like I said, and we're going to do some more demonstrations. Unfortunately, we got some rain today, but we're going to be doing some more demonstrations. We're going to be doing some Batman, some heavy contrast levels, and you're going to see exactly where the white and gray screens fade horribly. We did. We gave you a couple days, man, and you haven't produced anything at all. So interesting this stuff looks when it applies. So let's go check the account, see if he basically tried to make the screen, and I'm hoping he did. Oh, I pray he hope he tried to make that screen. Oh, by the way, we're just using this on a Brookstone 200 lumen projector, and this is an ambient light rejection formula. We got lights here, we got it next to the window, and as you can see our fishy fish. Now, some people ask me what is the purpose for that. Actually, it has an interesting purpose to it. And Disney World, actually, I'm not going to say too much about that, but imagine, if you will, that you can have a 4,000, 5,000, 20,000, 50,000 tank, and you can actually 3D map anything you want into that tank. Heck, you can put krakens, octopus, sea monsters, mermaids, whatever you want in there, because this liquid is actually a projection screen. Isn't that pretty cool? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love fish and all, but feeding them and all that stuff, I used to have a 50-gallon tank right there. With that technology right there, I can put anything I want in that tank. So we have stores that are interested for display, holograms, special effects. Oh, and it doesn't come in just blue. We can change the color to any color we want, and it still will be the projected images that we want. Color coding technology on another level. Oh, man. Doing the 3D mapping on this particular screen right here. Landed me a couple nice contracts too also. That's why I said that same Same gray and dark paint, gray and dark paint, gray and dark paint. Day after day after day. Nothing new. Nothing new at all. Doesn't show you anything new at all. I got screens on demonstrations that are submerged underwater. I got screens that actually produce out in the rain and everything. Let me see what we got going on here. I want to see if he did it. Then I'm going to show you the key feature, the weird feature of that screen. That screen has a really strange feature to it. Now, we're going to dub this video right here. We're going to put this side by side to the 180 inch we have on the website. And, you know, because like I said, 1,000 lumens outside is no big deal to us, because in order for any one of these screens right here, in order for them to get their label, they got to go through 1,000 lumen test outside at 13 feet. Not a short throw, not an ultra short throw, a long throw. And not 1080p, not 4K, 720p SVGA. So it's bad enough that the pixels are pretty much down to 600 by 800, but it's 13 feet away at 1,000 lumens, and that screen still has to pick it up. And not only just in color, it has to pick up color, contrast, white levels, and it has to be to do that at 190 degree viewing angle. This is supposed to be your viewing angle on your screen outside. That is bad because you can't even see it. Look at this. You can just see this right here. What is this nonsense right there? That's what I'm talking about. That's unacceptable. There's nothing wrong with this projector. The guy's projector is working perfectly fine. The problem you have there is that the screen can't pick up what the projector is producing. That's all. Let's go and see if we can find any video. Let me see what we got going on here. There we go. See if we can find any video of him. Is interested. Anytime we make a product, he's the first one to run in there to me. Oh, I can make it. I can make it. We give him permission to make the real hard, crazy stuff that we design. He'll stay away from that with a 10-foot pole. Now, a few people were asking me why I had a monitor in the next room. I'm searching for a projector. There's a particular projector that I want for that room. You have to understand, that Japanese tea room is small. 2 projectors in there heat that room up extremely fast. And it's the summertime, and I do not want to be sitting in a sauna. So I'm looking for a particular projector, or a customer had one. He displayed it to me. I haven't been able to find one since. It's made by Philips. It's a small little projector. It doesn't run any heat or nothing. I think it's laser and lead hybrid, ultra short throw, and it's a small little one. It's probably about, I'd say about from here to about there, a little small one, and that's what I want for my. That'll be the perfect setup for my my room in there, because right now I'm already running 1 projector, running 2 in there at the same time. Heats up real quick in that room. So that's what I'm looking to get for that room right in there. All right, we're having some connection issues in here. Let's go over to the other computer in the other room. I'm gonna go over to my other room. Oh, this is gonna get fixed. I already, just in case, I got something coming in besides this. All right, let me see what we need to do here. Ugh. Let's see. Let's go over to. Oh, we got it right here, don't we? Yes, we do. And then we'll do another. We have to do another shot of that screen downstairs on pre-recorded, because I know this video is going to be choppy as I don't know what. So we have to do a pre-recorded version of it. That's for companies that are interested in liquid technology. Oh, the possibilities behind that technology are going to be insane. What we're going to be able to do with that stuff. Can you imagine having a screen that's completely liquid, that you could punch images right into it? Special effects, visual effects. Oh, it's going to be sick. All right. Let me disconnect. Yeah, so my orders are done. I'm completed. I'm done. That was a lot of orders. I told we only do 34 containers. That's it. And that was literally 34 containers in that pack we just did downstairs. Good gracious. That was a lot of orders. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the support. I really do. And for the companies that backed us, thank you so much. Yeah, that was something. Yeah, I painted my last two screens, my last two acoustic screens. We don't do anything anymore. Another company picked those up right there. Now they got access to signature 17. And within those contracts are pretty heavy. They violate that contract. They basically sell that product without our permission. That's $1 million. That's $1 million fine. $1 million fine. Yep. And it's in that agreement. If they go out and say they take my signature 17 and they sell it to another company, we find out about it, that's $1 million fine right there. That's all because they signed to it, we automatically win that in court. All right, we're on. Let me go over to this channel right here because I want to see if he made this product, which I doubt he did. I doubt he did. So let's see if he even made it. And on top of that, the thing about that gets me is that, you know, he's doing these demonstrations where he's constantly coming at us. But what he has to understand is you need to back your product. Your UV mix doesn't pick up a white level. Your gray screen paints, metallic and Persil, can't pick up contrast. And you're not coming on here and showing people that it does. So how come you're not doing any of this? How come you're not showing people that your product is supposed to be working and it's not working? Your product literally does not work. So if we go back here in your demonstrations and see anywhere along here that you try to make the liquid screen, you didn't at all. Not one time. Try to make the liquid screen because you can't make it. You can't make it at all, period. So that's the problem you have here. Your products don't work. Your screen paint doesn't work at all, period. And like I said, we got the proof to back it up because we have your actual product here. Once the Cinemax gets here, we'll be testing that also too to show you that it doesn't work. Your products don't work. If I show a demonstration, someone shows me a demonstration that says, hey, his product doesn't work on 4K, you can be guaranteed that I got the videos to back it up. It does work on 4K. But I don't see any demonstrations of you displaying your product, your UV mix on a white screen. Where is those demonstrations at? How come you don't have them here? Where's your UV mix or any of your screen paint showing demonstrations versus any form of certified projection screens, low lumen projectors? Nothing at all, period. Nothing here at all. And again, like I said, he didn't do the demonstration at all. As we know, he wasn't going to do it because he doesn't have the knowledge or the intelligence to make it at all. Oh, let me get the one thing I need to show you something really key feature on what this thing can do. So, since Crow couldn't make the screen, right? The liquid screen has an interesting feature. The interesting feature that the screen has is that it can hold electric current. Yep. That's what we didn't show you. So the screen has the ability to be able to hold electric current. So we figured he wouldn't be able to figure it out anyway. But I'll show you right now. All right, so there's the formula right there. This back and forth. There's the technology right there. And this right here is a fan. We're going to put right in here like this. There's a fan. That's the one key feature we can tell you. The technology can hold electric currents. Electric currents can travel through the screen. Oh, yeah, we left some things out. We leave a lot of things out when we're developing technology. And we're waiting for him to make the screen because we knew, knowing him, he would probably try to take blue water and food coloring and say, look, this is how they made it. This is how it was done. No, buddy. This is an actual formula Not like these screen paints that you make that basically don't work. Like I said, your UV mix does not pull any form of white level. Did you do any demonstration back in the UV mix up? Not one. Not one demonstration. You claim that the Cinemax and the gray screen paints pull equal contrast levels and colors next to darker screens. Did you do any demonstrations proving that one? Nope. You put out a video of saying our product can't produce on 4K. We were able to show you video demonstrations of a dedicated 4K screen paint, an unboxing of a 4K projector, and several demonstrations of a 4K projector versus 720p. See, we can back it up. Saying our screens can't produce high enough white levels. Well, that screen produced an image outside with no problem whatsoever, and everybody can see it crystal clear. And we did the demonstration against a 0.9 screen. We did the demonstration against a white sheet of paper, your screen paint, all at the same time, side by side, on a dual projector, a Sony VPL FH36. And we're able to show that your demonstration didn't even match. We're able to beat your screen and white screens. We did a demonstration against the UV mix white levels versus a 0.9 on our black screen, and your UV mix came out dark. So you didn't do any demonstrations at all, basically backing your product, nothing. All you did was just come at us even harder, which is funny because at the end of the day, like I said, I got contracts under my company's name. You don't. That's the problem. See, difference between me and you. I can tell you right now, show a Starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment. You don't do that at all. So what do you got to hide? And you should be the last person to call somebody a scammer due to the fact that you scammed a whole lot of people out of that so-called paint, that personal mix that ended up matching primer. As a matter of fact, you deleted a video that showed you making the product using black and white paint that we have, that you deleted, that matched the personal mix perfectly. So you sold a product for $107 to your customers. That was nothing more than black and white paint. That's what they bought. And then you delete the video. Interesting. There you go. It can hold electric currents. Oh, and there's a couple other key features we left out too. It does something else too. So how does the screen that basically is liquid can basically pull an electric current? And we can make this screen in blue, we can make it in black, we can make it in purple, orange, red, green, whatever color we want, and it will still produce the same image over and over again and again and again. You can't do that. You're in your tiny little apartment doing demonstrations on primer. Gray and white primer, gray and dark gray primer. That's what you're doing. While I'm over here developing technology on a whole nother level that you can't even understand because you can't even make it. We even gave you the opportunity to make it, and you still can't make it. Just like you embarrass yourself when you try to make the Nova 19, embarrass the daylights out of yourself. You really thought that screen was actually frost paint. It wasn't frost paint, it was a dark gray. Tried the poly, didn't work. You can't even peel the screen. Where's the demonstration of peeling the screen? Where's the demonstration of direct sunlight like we did? Nothing? All right. How come when you did the demonstration with the customer, you don't need a customer to do that. You can do that yourself. You got a huge parking lot out there next to your house next to your little apartment complex. You got a nice little parking lot over there. You can go out there and you can show all of us a demonstration of a Starfield demonstration, contrast demonstration out there on your projector. How come you don't do that? I just showed a demonstration of your UV mix producing horrible, horrible white levels. How come you don't have any demonstrations of your UV mix next to a white screen showing off white levels? Where are those demonstrations? So don't come at us because we outed you for having a fake product. You should be coming at yourself. Where's your demonstrations at? Again, that's what he's mad about. He's mad for the simple fact that his product cannot back up what it's supposed to do. That's why he's sitting in the dark doing demonstrations. Even when he's trying to slander us, he's sitting in the dark. You ever think about that? Even when he's sitting in the dark, he's slandering us. because you can't put your screen in any kind of light because your screen will wash out. I can give you challenges. Oh, here's a challenge for you right here. Please show us a demonstration of your UV mix on a white screen displaying white levels only. Show us a demonstration of your personal mix, your Metallica mix, which we have here, and your Cinemax displaying a Starfield demonstration, a OLED demonstration, any OLED demonstration showing the black levels. Display that today, and I guarantee you won't see it. But if you ask me, because you asked me in a video, you said, hey, why don't you take that vinyl screen and turn it around to the black side and display it? Yeah, I did it right there, no problem. What happened? It didn't even match our screen at all, period. So if I can do that on a whimsical, that fast, that quick, do that demonstration, how come you can't do that demonstration? How come you can't show us your product next to a black screen and show contrast levels? Because you have everyone believing, and you're lying, telling them that your gray screen can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. You would have to be a complete idiot to believe that. Literally, that's like somebody coming out and saying, hey, see this white screen over here? This white screen can produce contrast levels equal to a black screen. Yeah, okay, sure. And like I said, for that customer who got that screen paint from you, yeah, do me a favor. Look at that black screen sitting outside at 135 inches that's producing that gorgeous, beautiful color that's popping through. And look at his personal mix washing out and fading. I was doing Wolfenstein. You couldn't even pull contrast levels in Wolfenstein at all, period. Your levels were fading like crazy. Wow. You got to really, really, really do better, man. Your products, I hate to say it, but they don't work. They don't work at all. You can't back it up. I got more light in my environment than you got in your tiny little apartment. I had 100 right here. We had a 98-inch screen here taking in all that light. How are you going to criticize my videos about what they look like when you're in the dark criticizing my videos in a fully lit environment? That's interesting. Yeah, he couldn't make the screen. He didn't make it. He didn't make it because he can't make it. He can't figure out how it's done. He can't figure it out. He's sitting in there scratching his head. Go out and make yourself another. Go to Home Depot and pick up some more primer and make yourself another new invention screen paint. Because when that Cinemax gets here, we're going to run that thing through the grinder. And that better not been the Cinemax out there on that screen, because that means that gives me full permission now to take it outside. And we're going to put it against the Black Nova. We're going to show a Starfield demonstration because you said that screen can pull an equal contrast level to a Black Nova. That's what you stated. You also stated that it pulls better color than a Black Nova. So we'll see. You probably can't even survive in that kind of window light right now. If I want, I could jump on my game system right now and do some gaming right now. You can't do that. Your screen will wash out. I can do Wolfenstein, all those dark contrast games. Yeah, Crow, I'm going upstairs. This is something you can't do in your apartment. You can't go upstairs. Let's go into the tech room. It's the reason why I get so many orders is because the fact that I can back my products up. And back them up. Oh, we came here for something. Controller. You can't back your products up. Even this room got more light than your living. Look, my hallway has more light. I can put a screen in my hallway to produce. Again, as I said before, we made your products 8 years ago. Your product is an 8-year-old screen paint that we already made already. I know how it's going to function. I know how it's going to react because we used to make it. That's how we know. It doesn't produce contrast levels. You don't display any contrast levels at all, period. I'm about to do some gaming today. don't know why you keep going back to that black little screen, whatever that mess is supposed to be. We already proved that's not our technology, because that was, you wouldn't be to see any of these screens pop on. It'd be virtually impossible. It would look just like in your demonstration. And we already did that side by side already with that Sony VPO FH30 dual screen right here. Not even close to what our technology can do. But we do have your product here. And I will be doing another unboxing real soon. As a matter of fact, I'll be doing a couple unboxings because people need to see that your product is fake and that you have been lying to them. Cinemax. That nonsense is going to pull out a black level, a star field contrast level next to a black. Oh, that screen is going to go through it. It is going to go through it. Let's see what we get right here. So I can see my menu from here. Let me see, clear this out. So like I said, he's mad because he's being outed. His products don't work at all. If they did, he would do the demonstrations we requested. Now what I'm going to do today, if we don't get any bad weather today, if it doesn't get this back and forth rain, if that does settle down, we get a chance to go outside and play with the Black Nova. And I do have a 150-inch portable screen, which I do want to get outside and play around with too also. Like I said, if you want, go out and get, like I said, you got that big driveway right over by your apartment complex. What you should do is go over to Amazon, get yourself a 150-inch screen painted with that Cinemax and take it outside and do some demonstrations. And we don't want to see all colors, nothing but color. We want to see everything, contrast, the whole 9 yards. I want you to display that. Because like I said, you said that your product can produce a contrast level equal to our black screens, can produce color better than our black screens. So that's what I want you to do. Show everybody that you can take that screen out there and do that demonstration. I want that projector sitting back at least, well, if you got enough room in your driveway, well, pull back somewhere. We has to be over 10 feet. Got to at least be over 10 feet. My projector in here sits 18 feet back from the screen. That's what I find interesting. Even your environment. Look at your environment and look at my environment. Now, you said you could basically gunmetal. This is gunmetal technology. You said that you could do the exact same thing as our technology can do. We can produce white levels. We can blend into your screen with no problem. I've displayed that multiple times. So if you say you can do all that, then show us a demonstration, fully environment, and display the star field demonstration. Match the screen perfectly. That's what you said. You could do it. So that's what I'm requesting. If not, then just shut up. Because all you do is run your mouth about things you cannot do. We have enough light in there? Yeah, we got enough light in there. Hold on for a minute. Let me grab, we got that in there. Something else I want to grab. Oh, I keep forgetting. We're on PS4. I'm thinking I look for a fire stick. Like, where the frick is my fire stick? Oh, wait, no. I forgot to grab your sample sheet. That's what I was supposed to be getting. That person, that customer, I feel sorry for them. Your contrast levels are washed out badly. They are. Your screen is not supposed to look like that. Period. Let me have a look here and tape. Tape here? Yeah. You scan people. Like I said, I'll put the video below where he deleted the video of us basically, a video where he was showing you how to make his product. 2 tablespoons of black paint in the white paint. You can't find that video anywhere. That's just Metallica Mix 2.0, by the way, he was making in that video. And we were able to match that to both of his screens. It matched the Metallica and it matched the Personal Mix with no problem whatsoever. Then we got, okay, remember the screen called Prime Vision 2.0? That was like $15 primer, literally, that matched his screen. That's what matched the screen, $15 primer. Now we got to make the black liquid screen. That's going to be next. He's probably going to try to make that one next. Like, I know how to do it. I know how to do it now. It's an easier color for me to understand. It's black. I can do this. Please do. Yeah. Do you want any tape here? Nothing at all, period? Let me see what's in my drawer. I have something here. I got to go order some tape. You know what I'm doing, Crow? These are called sample sheets. These right here, this is what we test our screens against. These are all sample sheets. From DMP Supernova. This is what we test our black screens on white screens. You don't know anything about that stuff because you don't test yourself. Your UV mix needs to be tested on this. But you're avoiding that at all costs. You don't want to do that. There's your product right there. Somebody else's screen right there. There we go. Yeah, that's your metallic. That's your metallic mix 2.0 right there. Here we go. Let's see, as you said, now keep in mind, if you're telling people that your Cinemax is different from your personal mix and that the Cinemax being lighter than the personal mix and the personal mix is actually very quite light, and that produces a heavier contrast level, then you must be smoking something. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So if you believe that, then we'll test that theory. We'll put them side by side, and we'll see if that happens. All right. Can your screen produce a contrast level equal to the technology, to the gunmetal? No, not at all. And this screen right here is an Elite Edgeless. For 126 of this screen in white would cost you $480. There's no way in the world I would paint your product to this screen and get these kind of results for contrast levels. That is absolutely horrible. And by the way, the projector behind me has a 22,000:1 contrast ratio, and it can't even see it on your screen. Yep, check it out. I'll put the model number of the projector at the bottom. You go to projectorcentral.com and look at the specifications on my projector. Yeah, it has a 22,000:1 contrast ratio. So that doesn't mean jack at all, because the projector works, the screen can't see it. Now, if I'm wrong on this, instead of going into your little hissy fit, I don't care if you attack me with this, that, and the other. That doesn't bother me. It just shows a person who is threatened and knows that their product is going obsolete. It is not worth the time. That's what it shows us. When you carry on like that, that doesn't bother me, because what you should be doing is you should be doing demonstrations to back your product. That's what you should be doing. That's why when you did the demonstration saying, hey, this product doesn't work on 4K, I'm thinking there's something wrong with this, man, because we got demonstrations of me not only using a 4K projector, but doing an unboxing on the PX747 ViewSonic projector. And also, too, displaying a dedicated black screen paint designed for 4K. When you did the demonstration to my look, our screen paint pulls up outside at 1,000 lumens. Big deal. All our screen paints pull up at 1,000 lumens, but not on the ultra short throw, not on a short throw, not on 1080p, not on 4K, 720p, 600 by 800 SVGA at 13 feet away from the screen. And on that little screen right there, I got a 180-inch right on my website right now on a projector that costs $300, 21 feet back, displaying Star Wars at 657. I have another demonstration around 6 o'clock displaying an Optima GT 5500 ultra short throw projector, not displaying 100-inch as they're designed to do, 140 inches, and still displaying a 109-degree viewing angle. You don't have any demonstrations like that. All your demonstrations consist of you being trapped in a dark environment with an overpowered projector showing nonsense. Ta-da! The only reason why you can't do this because there's too much light in the environment. People, we have too much light in here. We have light coming from the windows, light here, light over top, light over there. We got too much light in the environment for his screen to show up. Now, like I said, if I'm wrong, feel free to do the demonstration and match the contrast levels. Heck, you don't even have our technology, but just to let you know, you can use a black sheet of paper. On that screen over there, I use white sheets of paper all the time. Yeah. Basically, on a $150 projector, then you have to spend $3,000 for a projector. Keep in mind, your projector can't even pick that up. Wow, it's just... Hold on for a minute. Let's get something else here. And that's gunmetal. That's not even black technology. That's gunmetal technology. Now, how was a gunmetal supposed to be so dark you can't see it, but that just displayed? Now, here's the thing, like I said, you need to do. What you need to do is back your product. Do the demonstrations as we claimed you can't do. Your screen can't see color. It can't see contrast. It can see a white level, but that's basically about it. Does it see a white level equal to a white screen? No. Does it see a contrast level equal to black nova or any form of black technology out there, even gunmetal? No. Does your UV mix produce a white level next to a white screen, or even a decent white level to be able to pick up proper, bright, vivid colors? No. When you do the UV mix, you do it on a standalone. You don't put nothing else against it. So what you need to do is get yourself a white screen or paint half the screen white and put the UV mix on one side and display your white level, display your skin tones. All that stuff you should be displaying. But you don't do that at all. Don't worry about it. When the Cinemax gets here, we got plenty of tests to run it through. This will be one of them. And then I'll go out and get myself some lazy gray because I know what the Cinemax is. We made it 8 years ago. I know how it's designed. Lazy gray, people. Lazy gray. Guarantee you it'll match. That's horrible, Crow. That is absolutely horrible. Look at that. Colors don't even come up at all. And this is what you're shoving down people's throat as it's supposed to work. Of course, you're in a dark environment. He has none of these windows right here where he's using the screen at. He doesn't have an overhead light, so doesn't worry about that. His projector is off to short throw, so the distance throw isn't that far, so it's sitting literally on top of the screen. And then he's using high power, overpowered machinery. So there you go. Oh well. So we know you're not going to get that contrast level. That is definitely not going to happen. Let's try clearing this out. And let's go with a blah, 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 blah. Ooh, colors just popped up. It's not gonna be good for you. I can tell you that much. There's blue. What is going on with your colors on your screen? Why? You don't have any colors. Nothing's showing up. That's why I said your screens can't see color. Look at that. No color. Nothing's coming up. Maybe we got too much light in the environment. Let's take out some of the lights and we'll just use the lights, the ambient light coming from my windows. That's all we're going to use. And see if the screen shows an improvement. No improvement. Let's get up close. Maybe we're too far back. Let's see if we get any color off this screen. Nothing. I'm going to go in and put in my universe here. I'll be watching this for the rest of the day. I should just put in my 4K fish. You need to start doing some backups. If you don't do any demonstrations today on your products, we will. We'll give you challenges today. All day today, we'll give you challenges. One of the challenges you need to do, that UV mix, that godforsaken UV mix, that stuff is absolutely horrible. It is. It is horrible. That stuff is absolutely horrible. It doesn't pull a white level for nothing at all. We're going to give you a challenge. You mimic my same demonstration today. You don't mimic that demonstration and you change the topic, we all know that your product doesn't work. Simple and plain. Just like, keep in mind, when you ask me on live for me to turn around, and I'll show you the video, turn around and show the black part of that vinyl screen next to mine, I did it. I did it right there, live, did it. Didn't even match your product, didn't even come close to matching anything about it at all whatsoever. So if I can do that with no problem at all, but you asking me that, then how come you can't do what I'm asking you? What's the problem there? So today we're going to take a UV mix. We're going to do pre-record it so we can get it nice and crystal clear, because this is going to be blurry as on the what. And we're going to put a, we're going to take the, whatchamacallit, we're going to take the 2.0 Elite Screen Surface, put it there, put your UV mix in the middle, and we're basically going to produce those white levels to see if your screen can pull it up. And we're going to give you a 4300 lumen Chrissy projector. That's plenty enough power right there to do the job. And see if you can pull it up. See if you can pull up a decent white level that's not going to look like someone took a dirty spot and stuck it in the middle of the screen. Look at that. Look how bad that looks. You can't even pull up a solar eclipse. That's why, where's my remote control at? That's why the screen outside was showing all that tannish around the screen. That's your screen paint failing at pulling a contrast level. That's what that is. That's what that is. Look at that. Same results on that white screen, that screen outside you did for that customer. That's the same results you pulled up when you try to show Bane a Batman scenery. He tried to show her, she tried to show a Batman scenery. That's how your image came up. The contrast levels didn't even pull. That's bad. That's the reason why the screen looked that way outside. You need to stop selling people this junk paint, this primer, and go out and do some real research, make some real stuff, come back and offer your customers something that they can use, because I couldn't possibly use your product here at all. No way in the world would I paint this stuff on top, over top of the screen. If I had this on 126 right now, do you mean to tell me that's the image I'm going to get from a projector that has a 22,000:1 contrast ratio? That's the image I'm going to be picking up on my screen? Oh, no way. Ain't going to happen. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done. I got to finish this. I got more orders that just backed up into the account just a few minutes ago. Thank you so much for that. Get those done, get them out of there. We know he didn't make the screen. He can't do it. That's all to it. He'll stick to things, like I said, that he'll be more familiar with, like a gunmetal. He'll go near that because it's a dark gray screen. The black screens, he'll go near that because it's a black screen. It's a screen easier for him to tamper with. Anything that's too complicated, he's going to stay away from. And as for those of you saying, but he made the green exotic screen. No, exactly. He didn't make the green exotic screen. Again, as I said before, the challenge behind the exotics was he had to make the product and do all tests on the same day live. None of the tests were completed. Not one of them was completed. Again, I'm used to it because all he does is cut corners. So today we're going to give you a challenge, and your challenge is to back up your product. That's your challenge, to back up your product, because I can back mine up. You can go through my YouTube archives. I got enough videos in there to choke a horse. I can back up anything I say my product can do. If I say my product can sit outside at 22 feet and produce an image with 130 watt in the middle and a screen with 3 certified screens, boom, I got that demonstration to back it up. If I say my screen's going against 15 to 18 certified screens, can back it up. If my screen can produce an image on 180, 150, 120, 140, I can back it up. Tested my screen against black paint, tested my screen against chalk paint, tested my screen against vinyl, I can back it up. I can back up anything that I say that my product can do. I can back that up. If I tell you I got a screen that can take a direct hit from sunlight, I can back it up. But if he tells you that he can produce a contrast level equal to a black nova, can he back it up? If his UV mix can produce a white level and not come up dark and dirty and muddy, can he back it up? What about the certified screens? You claimed you beat the Dark Star 9. We got it right there in the drawer. You didn't beat that screen. That screen beat the daylights out of you. Couldn't back it up. The demonstration you get against the Lux, or whatever screen's called, the Lux, you claim you matched that screen. We beat that screen. So yeah, anything you matched against that screen, we literally already beat already. You don't back it up. All right. Oh, forgot number 1, fully lit environment. Good gracious. Contrast demonstrations. Again, you can't back it up. Any form of outside demonstrations, all fail. Every last one of them fail. The demonstration you have with that little piece of wood or whatever screen it was tucked away, and your walkway, you had it this way on a slant, had the projector sitting up too close. The image was all washed out around the edges. It was just showing an image in the middle. That's a complete fail. When you get a projection screen, I doubt most people are going to sit there and look at a screen where half of it's washed out and you could just see an image in the middle. Why in the world would you even spend the money for a projector for that nonsense? And for the customer who displayed that image, I'm sorry, but that image is trash. It is. When you see Bane pop up on your screen, you're supposed to see that deep, dark contrast level push through. The detail in his mask, you couldn't see any of that at all. Even when the plane was flying over, when they were basically unmasking him or whatever, I didn't finish watching the movie because it got on my nerves, but you couldn't even see that scenery under the plane. That was washed out. Colors are supposed to pop. I'll put my demonstration we just did and a couple other demonstrations we just did outside, and you can compare and see which ones you want to deal with. With that being said, I gotta go.